Hello and welcome. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the month of August 2022. And yes, I am delinquent, so please forgive me. Um, Today is August 11th, the day that I'm recording this, and it will be uploaded today. Today is the full moon in Aquarius, so yeah, I totally felt compelled like I've got to get my hiney in here and get to recording. So, we're going to be talking about some things here. Okay. Real quickly, as a message, some of you may know this, some of you may not. Generally, if you were born before, after the sun rose up and before it set, then you're more likely to resonate with your sun sign. If the sun is already set and the moon is out, you're more likely to resonate with your moon sign. However, there can be certain things, especially if your rising sign happens to be conjunct your sun or your moon. So certain situations like that, you'll resonate with your rising sign more. And then at other times, we'll resonate with our rising sign due to planetary positions and which is why at certain times we'll resonate more with our rising sign than others, and it's because of planetary transits. Okay, so you'll know where you fit in there. All right, let's jump into this. Enough of that. Okay, so the first card we get here is the Empress. So to me, this is a very positive, loving, nurturing type of energy. So now, this typically is a bit of a family card. Now, it doesn't have to be, because some of you are single. Some of you are not at all focused on relationships of the romantic type or anything like that, and that's fine, okay? So keep in mind that this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aquarius. So I'm going to explain things. I'm going to give, a couple different scenarios, that way you'll know where you fit in here, okay? All right, back to it. So, again, the Empress. This is a very loving, nurturing type of card. A lot of times people will say, this can be about pregnancy, but at the core of it, it's about a birth. It can be about the birth of an actual child, but it can also be about the birth of, say, a project that you've been working on. Maybe there's something that you're doing, maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's something that you have been working on, maybe even going to college for, who knows? Something that you are wanting to give birth to, whether it's a business or anything like that, so there are many different types of births that we can have. So, however, when we have this card, I like the fact that this is a nurture and supportive type of card, because it definitely indicates that you are being supported, and that nurturing from especially women, but it can be men or women, okay? It can go either way. So it's letting us know that that type of environment is around. For some of you, you may not necessarily see it, but trust me, there are people around you, whether it's a friend, a family member, a significant other, there's always somebody around that's actually supporting you. And maybe some of you know, and maybe some of you don't realize it. So, okay, we're going to move on. Okay, so let me just throw this out here real quick, okay? So, typically I read the cards one by one, but we get the Queen of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords upright. So anytime we get both court cards, hello, I mean, this is definitely focused upon a relationship. So, again, for some of you that are not focused on relationships, not in a relationship, or don't want to be in a relationship, just hang on for a moment. You might get a message out of one of these here. Okay. All right, moving forward. So, again, keep in mind for some of you that this could be about a situation taking place within a relationship. Again, this relationship, it can be romantic or it could be purely platonic, okay? It could be familial. It could be a friendship. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, okay? That's my point. But for some of you, this is very much romantic, okay? Now, please don't kill the messenger, and please do keep in mind that just because this one says the queen and this one says the king, it could actually be the male reacting the way as the female, or it could be the female acting the role of the male. Okay, let's jump into it. Okay, Queen of Swords in reverse. So when she's in the reverse, she's not so nice, okay? She's narrow-minded, okay? It's like we're looking through a pair of rose-colored spectacles. We're not seeing the world from a bigger perspective. It's like we're looking at it through just our own narrow point of view and our own experience, okay? When really we need to widen and change our perspective on things, but there's a tendency to just look at it very narrowly through your own life experience. And trust me, when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, she's been hurt, okay? So somebody in this relationship scenario is hurt, all right? And unfortunately, when the Queen of Swords reversed is hurt, the other person's gonna know it. It's hardcore, okay? Bossy, argumentative, again, narrow-minded. Generally, that type of energy is not a joy to be around. However, we all have our moments, and we're entitled to them. Sometimes we got to work through some things, okay? Now we got the King of Swords upright, so somebody's looking at things very logically. And perhaps maybe the Queen of Swords is upset because, maybe there's some sort of emotional situation going on, and then the other person is just looking at it completely logical-minded. And, well, logic and emotion is two different things here. So perhaps, maybe the Queen of Swords is saying, hey, I want some emotion, but you're just giving me logic, and I need you to actually listen to what I'm saying. I'm hurt, because the Queen of Swords in reverse, she's hurt for some reason, okay? And you'll know where you fit in this scenario. I mean, typically I like the King of Swords upright, but sometimes it may feel like you're being judged. And that's not necessarily a good thing when you're hurt, okay? So, and again, this scenario could be flipped for you. You could be the one that's being logical. And if you are the one that's being super logical and not seeing why the other person is hurt, try to take a step back and be objective and try to put yourself in that person's shoes. We have emotions, okay? I know that some of us control our emotional reactions, but do try to keep in mind that the other person is hurt, okay? And we need to try to understand that, and that will change things and make things better. Now, the next card here. And see, this is a bit of a roller coaster, y'all, okay? This is very roller coaster-like as I continue on here, because, we got a lot of positive cards, and then we got some but just keep in mind that, these energies are temporary. And if we change a behavior, we can change our outcome. However, I'm reading what I see, okay? So we got the Two of Cups. Sorry. My camera sucks. So we have the Two of Cups. This is our soulmate card. Now, let me put it out there real quick for those who are like, I'm not interested in love, because there are those out there, and that is fine. Now, the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. Absolutely. It's very much about love and partnerships. However, do keep in mind that soulmates come and friends, family members, sometimes a parent. You know, our soulmates are not always romantic, where a lot of people, especially readers, will try to tell you that, you know, it's always no, 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 no. Soulmates can be friends, they can be family members. You know, it's true. And I also feel very strongly that we have quite a few soulmates, okay? So, this is very much a soulmate card. Now, with this card, this is definitely showing that, you know, there is a deep connection between you and another person. For some of you, this is going to be, you know, this couple up here. There is a deep connection, you know, but perhaps someone being hurt and it's not being acknowledged, you know. But do know that there really is love, okay, in this particular relationship, okay? And for some of you, it's going to be romantic. For some of you, it's platonic or familial. And for some of you, it could even be a business relationship. Just throwing that out there. But I do like seeing the Two of Cups because it shows that there is very much a bond between the two. And a lot of times this bond can even go to a past life, okay? And it's like you can almost feel like, you know, you've known them before. The feeling is deep. Or it's like some people will be like, I feel like this person completes me. So, you know, it's different for everybody, but no matter what, I'm liking the energy here. So just know that if you or the other person is hurt right now, this is temporary, okay? Hang tight, okay? I'm going to bring up the moon situation here in a little bit because there is some things that you guys need to know about because it is resonating with this here. All right, so the next position we get the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it's like, yeah, this right here, this is looking a bit contradictive here. Two of Cups upright or soulmate, but the Ace of Cups in reverse, yeah, it's not so great. So for some of you, if this relationship is new, you know, perhaps it's going to take a little while to get off the ground, you know, don't try to rush things, don't push things, okay? Because there are going to be situations coming up due to the planetary transits in regards to this full moon, which I believe is 19 degrees of Aquarius occurring tonight. And this can bring about some restrictions, okay? Because the full moon is conjunct Saturn. And Saturn and the moon are also squaring Uranus, okay? So, we'll come back to that. So, the Ace of Cups in reverse also. This really, honestly, this really makes me feel like somebody has been hurt. Perhaps they've been hurt many times. Maybe they've been hurt in the past. And maybe that they have a hard time truly opening up because there's this fear of being hurt because you've been hurt before or they've been hurt before. So do keep that in mind. It's not to say that the love is not there, because it is, but somebody may be guarding their heart more because they've been through it. They've been hurt. They may have even been traumatized. I hate to say that, but it's true for some of you. So in that type of situation, it may take a little bit longer for them to open their heart fully because you have to gain their trust. And that's very true of Aquarius. You know, if they don't trust you, they ain't going to show you their feelings and their emotions and be all vulnerable with you. You know, that's Aquarius energy just in general. You know, some people like to think you guys are cold or emotionless, and that's just not true. So I went ahead and clarified because, you know, it's like, wow, we're getting some polar opposites here. So I went ahead and clarified. So we get the Four of Wands, which is very positive, which tells me, You know, this energy, we're not going to stay stuck in this energy forever. So we're going to have something to celebrate. And this also kind of goes back to home life, kind of like the Empress here. It kind of goes back to the home life and the house and however celebration. So for some of you, this could be about an actual birth. Again, that birth does not actually have to be of a physical child. It could be of a, you know, a creative endeavor, you know, project, whatever. So hang tight, because these feelings of restrictiveness are not going to last forever. They are temporary. Now, I also got the Lover's card in reverse. So, anytime I see the Lover's card in reverse, this lets me know that you guys need to be careful in regards to decisions and choices that you're making. Okay? And this goes back to the whole full moon scenario and the planetary alignments, because we don't want to make a permanent decision based off of temporary transits, planetary transits, or we could say we don't want to make a permanent decision on a temporary energy or a temporary situation, okay? So do keep in mind, don't make any sudden and just, you know, sudden or impulsive type of decisions, because the energy of this full moon and the transits, especially with the moon and Saturn squaring Uranus, first off, Saturn can bring about restriction, and then you square it with Uranus, so then there can also be some unexpected restrictions that pop up as well. But these restrictions are temporary, y'all. It's not going to last forever. It's temporary. And we're going to learn. But I don't want you guys to make any long-term permanent choices, okay? Because perhaps maybe for some of you guys, the relationship might be on the down right now, where things maybe not be so great, you know. Maybe the communication is not occurring as it should. And you're going to get there, okay? You will get there. So don't give up. Because some of you may just want to be like, you know what, I'm so tired of this. This isn't working. I'm done. You know, and you don't want to throw away something that there is absolutely potential for. I mean, don't rush to judgment, okay? Be cautious, you know. Try to go with the flow, as and I know that's hard, you know. It's easier said than done, but sometimes we just kind of need to go with the flow and see how things shake out, because again, as I was saying before, this is temporary, you know. And think of the full moon. The full moon, it exacerbates our emotions. So there can be a tendency to have an emotional outburst, or, you know, just you've been holding it in and it's like suddenly it just, bleh, you know. we got to get it out, you know. But be careful as far as making decisions. Okay. So then we get the Four of Coins in reverse. So then I clarify that and I get the Eight of Coins in the upright position. So I'm like, wow, again. So, Four of Coins in reverse. This tells me that for some of you, this could indicate that there's a restriction on money coming towards your way. Okay? And sometimes this can indicate that we have to spend a large sum of money. You know, sometimes it's like a big bill pops up, or an unexpected bill pops up, or, you know, making a large purchase. You know, there are many reasons for this. However, don't get down, okay? Because when we have the Eight of Coins here, so this is letting me know that yes, there might be an outflow of money occurring, or perhaps some of you are just hurting financially. I mean, I feel you there. But seeing the Eight of Coins here, this is letting me know that, you know, perhaps some of you, this could be a situation occurring from work. But with the Eight of Coins, this is showing that you guys absolutely do have a set of skills or abilities, something that you can do to actually make money, okay? And this might actually get you some recognition and or an opportunity that comes your way. So just know that this is again temporary energy, and it's going to turn for the better, you know, and things are going to start going your direction. For some of you, maybe this birth is about, you know, a creative endeavor or, you know, a business project that you've been working on. You may see some money have to go out over some unexpected expenses, but keep working at it, okay? Keep working at it, because you're actually good at it, and you will see monetary gain. You will see financial gain. It's just we got to get past this hiccup. So don't get worried when this happens, okay? And for some of you, you know, relationship, family, you know, some of you may be worried about housing. Some of you might be feeling like you want to move, and that could be cause of a large chunk of money coming out as well. But if you are, you know, you will get the home, and the money's going to come back. You know, you put money out in the universe, it will come back. I always like to remind myself, money comes to me easily and frequently, okay? Because we do need to focus on what we do have. It's so easy to get caught up in the emotion of what we're going through, and you know, we can start focusing on the negative and what we don't have and what we're lacking, and you know, that's where we got to try to catch ourselves and step out of that mind frame and change our thoughts. Again, easier said than done, but it can be done. So if you start catching yourself being in a negative mindset, I don't have enough, you know, this costs too much, you know, just stop right there and acknowledge everything that you do have right now. Do you have running water? Do you have a bed to sleep in? Do you have food to put in your belly? You have internet. You're watching this reading. You know, things like this, they're easy to take for granted day to day, but there are a lot of people in this world that don't even have even one of those, let alone all of them, okay? So just remember that. You always have things to be grateful and thankful for. Okay, so I've got cards out here from 4 different decks. I'm going to read from the book for 3 of them. For these, I'm just going to come out with it here. So, okay. So we have the card Message and Concern. So this can go either way, okay? So for some of you, this is indicating that you need to communicate your feelings. You need to communicate something because you have been caused great concern. And so you need to communicate this to whomever, you know. Now, this can also indicate that perhaps maybe the other person is concerned about something and they need to communicate. And the best thing I can tell you there is be patient, but do let them know that you are willing to hear them out without judging them, you know, and that you truly care and that you truly want to be able to help. You know, because we want to get rid of this blockage, okay? Because anytime we have an ace in the reverse position, it's indicating a blockage. And we don't want any heart blockages. We need that heart chakra open wide open, okay? And typically it gets blocked because of being hurt and betrayed and deceived, okay? So be patient and let the person know that you truly want to understand and you want to make things better and that you want to help them and that you are there when they are ready to talk. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on. So we're going to do this Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Okay, yeah. Angels and Ancestors. So for the first card, we have Seer. Sorry, my camera just doesn't want to focus. I need a new camera. Okay. See beyond the current situation. Look beyond your current situation and raise your vibration and focus on love. Clairvoyance isn't just about predicting the future, it's about being able to see clearly enough, create your best future. You are being encouraged by your ancestral guides and angels to see beyond what you think is happening now. Excuse me. Don't allow your ego or doubts to play games with you. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck or lost, know you're in an energetic holding space while the universe recalibrates a path that is more favorable for you. Angels of light are upgrading your energy so your experiences can be more enjoyable. You are moving towards something extremely uplifting and enlightening. So stay calm and keep your eyes on the prize. Okay. So the next card, Shaman. Trust in higher forces. Okay. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send your intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The Shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. And this also just reminded me that Saturn is conjunct a fixed star. I don't remember the name of it. Nashiri, I believe. Oh. Anywho, what does this mean for you? Well, this is actually a beneficial type of fixed star, and it's basically one of those stars where it's like there's going to be some adversity, but you are going to emerge victorious through said adversity. So it's very much a lucky type of energy, and it can also indicate a rise in popularity, things of that nature, if that's what you're looking for. Not all of you are, but some of you are. So it definitely indicates a rise in status, and that, no matter what the situations you're going through, there's going to be a feeling of restriction, okay? Some of this restriction is going to already be present. Some of it's going to come up later on, and it will be unexpected. However, keep in mind that just because what we're going through in the moment may feel negative, it's going to end up turning into a positive in the long run. Okay? So that's a good thing. All right, so the next card is Hermit. Retreat and recharge. Okay. Hermit. Take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. You've been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So, you are being guided to take a step back at this time. If you are overworking on bringing something together, your over-involvement could impede the process, so retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often, when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be, so meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. Yes, and this goes back to the message that I kept saying earlier. You know, when these situations arise, don't react and make a permanent decision based off of temporary energies, okay? Pull back, retreat, contemplate. Okay. So the next card we have is Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Make connections and exchange information, talent, or support. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, instead of asking yourself what you can get, ask yourself what you can give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. And yes, I do believe good things are coming for you guys. It's just a matter of being patient. Okay, so next we have Moonology. So we have what do you need to release, the waning moon. And then we have a win-win outcome as forecast, full moon in Libra. So, let's get that book and read those. Okay. What do you need to release? The waning moon. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. So then we have an attuned to the moon message, which is it's safe to let go and move on. And then additional meanings for this card. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. And soon you will see what lies ahead. Okay, so the next one, a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that the people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer. Attuned to the moon message, let go of that which is falling away. Additional meanings, see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. Oh yes, very much so. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And now is a great time for a makeover. Okay. Now the next set of cards, this is going to be the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. So this is definitely very much focused upon relationships, but let me just mention, it's about all relationships. So whether it be relationships with our parents, our family, our siblings, this can be about relationships with our co-workers, this can be, friendships, but most importantly, at the core of all of these relationships, it's about the relationship that you have with yourself, okay? So you'll know where you fit, once we read all these cards. Okay, so the first one is joy and stability. Keywords: happiness, celebration, sharing, renewal. Like a beautiful summer day, this card brings joyful energy. Take a break or step back, just for now, from any concerns you may have around matters of the heart, and spend some time in happy pursuits. Find reasons to celebrate with others. Welcome this warm, sunny energy into your life. Allow it to lift your spirits. Remember the law of attraction, and a high rate of vibration will attract all that you desire. Rejuvenate your relationships by renewing yourself. This card also speaks of a time of sharing and conversation. Lovingly open your heart and mind to people. Share your thoughts, and above all, be a good listener. Feel the ebb and flow of energy as you communicate with others. You'll find that this brings increased stability and warmth to your relationships, helping you attract like-minded people into your life. Okay, so the next card, this is Master. And do you see he's got his heart in a cage? Yeah. Which kind of making me go back to this Ace of Cups and yeah. Okay. Keywords: fear, identify, release, negativity, freedom, and love. Fear and doubt often prevent a relationship from flowering or from manifesting in matters of the heart. They can restrict and confine. They can prevent you from opening to the joy of love that's waiting for you. A fearful heart closes in upon itself and sees only negativity and doubt. Your fears can even make you question your own value, causing you to wonder whether you're worthy of being loved or if you'll ever find love. These thoughts, if not controlled, will manifest more of the same, continuing in a never-ending destructive cycle. It's time to take action. To master your fears, you must first identify them. What fears about love have you allowed yourself to believe? Are you concerned about being unlovable? Are you uneasy about giving up your freedom in order to be in a relationship? Do you find it too difficult to speak up about your needs and ask that they be met? Sit quietly and uncover what may be holding you back. By the very act of facing your fears, you'll recognize them for the deceptions that they are, and you'll discover the power to master and eliminate them. The absence of fear is unconditional love. Please take some time to look at your fears and doubts so you can release them. This will free you to manifest joyful and loving relationships, and know that you can have the relationships you desire. Act now to release your fears and open your heart. Okay, then we have Simply Love. Keywords: innocence, nostalgia, kindness, and children. Yes, children. People often fondly remember the innocence of youth as a time when life seemed simpler. This card is a call to action to bring that innocence and energy into the present and into your relationships as much as you can. Interact with others from a pure and open heart, full of love and free of ulterior motives. Do this, and you will find that your relationships will deepen and require far less effort. When you reminisce about your past, bring back only the happy memories and cherish them. Kindness and generosity are at the forefront when this card appears. Look for ways to help family and friends, especially children. Reach out to them and assist them in any way you can. Sometimes just a bit of attention is all that someone needs. Where kindness prevails, relationships flourish. And if you're hoping to become pregnant or adopt a child, this card is a positive sign. Okay, so yeah, if some of you are hoping to be pregnant or wanting to get pregnant, this is very much a good sign, especially since we started with the Empress and we end with Simply Love, which I believe is the equivalent to Six of Cups. Don't give up. Don't give up. Alright, I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But do keep an open mind, okay? Alright, I'm sending you guys blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.